Okay, well, I hate to say we were right again, but Donald Trump and MAGA decided to go to Madison Square Garden to recreate the pro-Nazi rally from 1939, and it went exactly how you expected it to go. Now Donald Trump has to defend himself for the last week of his campaign, saying, "I'm not a Nazi, I'm not Hitler." So that's all people are going to hear for the next week is Donald Trump referring to himself as a Nazi and Hitler. Now, why do we say they recreated this event from 1939? We've talked about this rally on this show before. Before this rally ever happened with Donald Trump in Madison Square Garden, we called this. And the only reason for Donald Trump to go to Madison Square Garden in a state that he has no chance of winning
That hates
was
him.
to say, "We are the American Nazi Party." That is what they were saying out loud. We have videos
They made it.
to prove it.
They made it pretty clear. They
Yes.
did not hold back. You're going to see it. I mean, if you haven't seen these clips, hold on to your butts because this is like high-level fascist Nazi shit.
Right.
It really
This
is.
was a clown show, a complete fascist clown show. And I'll show you the first video just as an example. Hulk Hogan's back, and Elon Musk is very proud of himself
Oh God, Hulk
and is just
Hogan.
having the time of his life. I know these people are so sad.
You know something, Trump maniacs? I don't see no stinking Nazis in here. I don't see no stinking domestic terrorists in here. The only thing I see in here are a bunch of hard-working men and women that are real Americans, brother.
All right. As you can see, I'm not just MAGA. I'm dark, gothic MAGA.
Yeah, and the font, Mike pointed this out to me before the show. The font is a World War II style lettering that was widely used by the Third Reich. Like, what are we even talking about here? And it blows me away that they actually did this. We joked about it, but I didn't think they would actually do it.
We joke. Well, look, let's face it. Like you said, there's no reason for Trump to campaign in New York. Okay.
No.
Long Island is as red as it comes. Although I got to tell you, I think that might change this election. But he's not winning New York. The majority of of New Yorkers can't stand Donald Trump, especially in the city. He
Right.
went there as a vanity project. He went there to go into the last week to fill himself with feel-good Nazi vibes that everyone loves me. Look at this support I have. I think I'm going to try and take over the country again. Yeah, this feels good. That's all this was. But the things that were said, my God.
Oh, yeah, it was horrible. We'll start with that. And since you brought it up, Tony Hinchcliffe, comedian who has a podcast called Kill Tony. But here he is destroying his career as the opening act for this fascist roadshow. But I think people are asking, why did Tony Hinchcliffe do this? And I think it's Joe Rogan's idea. Why do I say I think it's Joe Rogan's idea? Well, I have a clip where Joe Rogan actually says that Trump should hire Tony Hinchcliffe. So here you go. Let's watch that.
It would behoove him to hire a few great comics to just tour with him and just write one-liners about all these different fucking people.
I mean,
if he could remember them, I mean, I know he likes to go off his own head, but if he could remember a few Hinchcliffe bangers, if he hires Hinchcliffe to take him on the road, do you know how fucking insane that would be?
Yeah, dude.
Hinchcliffe writing bangers for Trump to shit on people. Trump was smart. He would hire Shane and Tony Hinchcliffe to write.
Yeah. Well, he shat on people, all right. But what's really funny is the joke you're gonna hear is the joke that was vetted and cleared. Okay, there is apparently a joke that was axed by Trump's campaign. Let's just say called Kamala a very bad word that starts with C. Yes. And Trump now and JD Vance and everyone up there is like, oh, well, we don't know this. Trump even said, I don't even know who this comic is. The idea that Donald Trump can at this point still get away with saying that I don't know what my campaign is doing. I have nothing to do with it. It's not me.
Right. A week before the election.
Listen to the joke.
Well, here's the jokes.
It's terrible. It's
A
terrible.
lot going on. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico. Believe it or not, people, I welcome migrants to the United States of America with open arms. And by open arms, I mean like this. Cool black guy with a thing on his head. What the hell is that? A lampshade? Look at this guy. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm just kidding. That's one of my buddies. He had a Halloween party last night. We had fun. We carved watermelons together. It was awesome.
And people are like, why is everybody
still making the watermelon racist joke in 2024? Like,
yeah,
you don't make those jokes for your audience, because someone that doesn't believe those things and is okay with those things wouldn't say those jokes, wouldn't take a gig. Anyone who got paid, well, if he got paid, but anyone accepted to go to this rally knows what the point of the rally is. So those jokes, which they're not jokes. He just said racist shit.
Moving on from Tony Hinchcliffe's horrible performance that hopefully ends his career. We have Grant Cardone, one of Donald Trump's buddies, who looks like he might be drunk. Maybe. Allegedly or whatever. But listen to what this guy's saying. This is some straight up fascist evil shit.
Promises to the middle class for 50 years. This election has to be more than a victory. It needs to be a landslide.
A what?
What's a landslide?
We need to slaughter this other people. We need to bring 100 million votes to Donald Trump. Not 74, not 81, 100 million votes.
Can you do that, bud?
Can you do it?
Yeah, good luck with that.
No.
Good luck with that. That will look very empty too. You know the shame? The pro-Nazi rally of 1939 actually had a fuller stadium than Donald Trump's 2024 one. Ooh.
Well, also, apparently this rally was like 5 hours long. The MAGA people don't have enough ability to stand there and hold their water that long. So there was probably a lot of long stretches of people wandering around, not paying attention.
Alina Habba, Trump's attorney, came out in a full-on sequence outfit, dancing to the song "All I Do Is Win."
That's amazing. The irony is dead. The MAGA movement has not only killed irony, it has raised it up as a zombie and then slayed it. Because Alina Habba has literally not only never won a case, she doesn't even know like how to read a law book. She doesn't know which end of it to open first. So like the idea that she's coming out to a song celebrating how much of a winner she is in a sequin jumpsuit or whatever the hell. These people are mindlessly unself-aware.
Right. And she has a lot of people questioning if she's ever even passed the bar exam. Like people are starting to ask for proof. I looked it up a long time ago.
Those are the papers I want.
I looked it up a long time ago. It's on record that she passed it. I still want to see.
Yeah, and Donald Trump did go to the SATs too, so that's all that matters.
True, very true. Okay, so next, moving on, a radio host named Sid Rosenberg. I don't know if I've ever seen him before, but his voice sounds really familiar. Who is Jewish and apparently just returned from Israel. And he says Israel just loves Donald Trump. Yeah,
I bet.
Because Netanyahu is as crooked as Donald Trump is, if not worse.
Yeah, we know how much Trump loves beachfront property.
Right? Yeah, Donald Trump can't wait to put his name on a building on the Gaza Strip.
Yeah, right where a school and a hospital was.
Right. So here he says the word again, the Nazi word. Like if you're not,
they're getting real comfortable saying it.
If you're not doing one, why do you keep bringing it up? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, just saying.
So I just got back from Israel about 2 weeks ago. They love Trump in Israel, just so you know, they love him. I get back and they go, Sid, you want to speak at this MSG thing? I go, sure. Out of character for me to speak at a Nazi rally. I was just in Israel, but I took the gig.
Look, obviously he's trying to say it in some satirical way, but they're doing what they've done every time that Trump and MAGA has been called out for what they are. Bigots, misogynists, fascists, Nazis, assholes.
Yep.
They constantly then take those labels and almost mock themselves, but they're trying to mock everyone else by calling them out for what they are. They're taking these labels on with pride. No one takes on the label. Like, they'll be like, oh yeah, we're racists. I just got that guy carved a watermelon. You're a racist. Oh, you know, I'm Jewish. I can't be a Nazi. Well, let's not go into what's going on in Israel. But Donald Trump, I mean, do we need to go into the Nazi connections? You're at a rally that is mimicking a Nazi rally. So you trying to mock it is just making it all more comfortable for people to see you as that.
I read today that Donald Trump's father was arrested after. Oh, he was. Okay.
He was arrested as at a Klan rally.
Yeah, apparently that.
You know who doesn't go to Klan rallies? People who aren't in the Klan.
Yeah.
No one's like, let me go check out what the Klan's doing. Maybe they'll have some s'mores. I know they like their fires. Come on.
I'd like to know if Fred Trump maybe went to this original 1939 rally.
Oh, shit.
That would be something fun to find out if we
could.
Wow.
I would love to know that.
It makes the story more appealing. It definitely does. But all right, anyway. So then Trump comes on stage, and I'm only going to play one clip from Trump because I thought it was the most important one. It's where his dumbass looks at Mike Johnson and then tells everybody they have a secret plan to steal the election. Like, if you have a secret to overthrow the government, you don't tell everybody. Like, this guy.
This is also a guy who we know has had multiple conversations since leaving office with Vladimir Putin.
Yeah.
And had Netanyahu at Mar-a-Lago or talks to him on the phone, or, you know, they hang out all the time. The guy's in constant contact with dictators and genocidal maniacs, and him and the Speaker of the House have a secret plan.
Yeah. So this last clip is I cut in a little bit of the original rally from 1939. A guy by the name of
I couldn't tell.
Fritz Kuhn. And I know, really, it's kind of like, other than the fact that it's in black and white, I feel like we're just watching Trump speak again.
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Americans, get the senators elected, because we can take the Senate pretty easily. American patriots, I'm sure I do not come before you tonight as a complete stranger. And I think with our little secret, we're going to do really well with the House, right?
You
all have heard of me through the Jewish-controlled press. Our little secret is having a big impact. He and I have a secret. As a creature with horns, a cloven hoof, and a long tail. We'll tell you what it is when the race is over.
Yeah.
That scares the crap out of me.
I know. I think I know what it is, but it would require, because a lot of people are freaking out about it, and I had this revelation this morning, like the 119th Congress gets sworn in on January 3rd of next year. So if we take the House, their plan should be null and void. They have to have the majority because they somehow want to send the votes back to the states or to the Supreme Court. That's what they want to do. But they have to win the House in order to do this. So if we get a Democratic majority, it's just basically, a lot of lawyers are saying this is fantasy at most. But it's still dangerous because
also, if the numbers of people are voting so far are any indication, and it turns out that Kamala Harris gets the amount of votes that she might actually get, we're going to get to a point now where the most amount of people who have ever voted in this country are voting. All right. It happened in 2020. It's going to happen again. It's some point when I'm making up a number. Okay. I'm making up a number. When 150 million Americans vote for someone for president, you're not going to be able to just go, oh, well, the Electoral College wants it a different way. Like, something bad is going to happen when most of America at a large scale is like, no, we voted for this person. So whatever they do, is going to be under a huge magnifying glass because of the voting effort. So many people are voting, but let's see what this secret plan is, because you don't just say that with the Speaker of the House, who's at your Nazi rally. Why is the Speaker of the House at your Nazi rally?
No, no idea, but yeah, so it's got to be chaos. Hopefully Kamala Harris wins. Hopefully we win the House and the Senate. Then we can finally get some freaking stuff done, because let's not forget the 118th Congress was labeled the most useless Congress in the United States history. And it could all be over. Yeah, they haven't done a damn thing other than the bullshit investigations that have led absolutely nowhere at the tax
that they've all just abandoned, but that's another story for another day.
Right. Nobody talks about that anymore. So yeah, don't vote for this. Don't vote for fascism. That's what pisses me off. There's people voting for fascism. They're people voting for Nazism.
Yeah, they know what they're voting for. Let's not pretend that they're being hoodwinked.
They know.
Maybe the moron giving all of their money to Donald Trump to for whatever reason is an idiot, and they don't know. But all the people supporting him, the Mike Johnsons, all right, Steve Bannon just got let out of prison today. All of these people that are going to be loyalists and in his administration, an Elon Musk, they are fascists. They are telling you they're fascists. Believe them.
Yeah, so that's all we have for today. If you like the video, please like and subscribe, leave a comment, share the video on other platforms. It helps us out, helps us get the word out. We really appreciate your support. We love you all, and we'll talk to you soon.